Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Disney has certainly gone through its ups and downs in terms of TV, hasn't it? That's to say it wasn't always the onslaught of popular sitcoms / rockstar Barbie dolls it is today. Example? Disney once had a 2-hour block of programming called the Disney Afternoon. It started off strong with shows like DuckTales, TaleSpin, and Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers, but after a while the shows started to slip in popularity, with less successful programs like Quack Pack, Bonkers, and that show that must never be named. So Disney decided to take an approach they'd never done before, an action series. Something that had no talking animals or cutesy scenarios that Disney was usually associated with. Their answer was a surprisingly well-written series simply known as Gargoyles. Often seen as Disney's answer to the Batman cartoon, Gargoyles was dark, serious, and very complex. The stories were epic and the characters were fleshed out. Well, scaled out. So why was Gargoyles such a kick-ass show? Lots of reasons. And you probably want to know what they are. So, let's stretch out our wings and fly right into Gargoyles. So it starts out in present-day New York as bits of debris are dropped down upon passing bystanders. So they call up Detective Elisa Mazza to investigate, the only cop who for some reason has blue hair. Connection? She's curious as to what could be causing all that horrible destruction.
Claw marks? What could be strong enough to leave claw marks in solid stone?
Sporks?
The lineage of the Sporks goes on for several eons. In fact, we predate the dinosaurs.
Indeed. So we flash back 1,000 years ago to Scotland, where the ancient battle for this castle, I guess, is being fought by whoever the hell these guys are, because they really want it. I don't know, there's like no detail in this backstory. It's just people with swords doing what people with swords do. Give any guy a sword and he'll want to go pillage something.
Attack!
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our questionably unclear motivation! But it turns out those stone gargoyles aren't just there for decoration. By daytime, they're stone, but when the sun goes down, they break through the rock and become the defenders of the castle. So they're like stone vampires? No, I didn't mean like that. Never mind. So the leader of the clan is called Goliath, who I swear has the coolest freaking voice of all time.
You are trespassing. They're not far ahead. I can scare those cowards away without any help.
I don't know who that actor's wife is, but I bet she plays a lot of 70s music when he's around.
Remember, you and I are one, now and forever.
There's other gargoyles too, but for some reason they don't have names. I guess they just associate them by their common action team stereotypes.
What is it? Are we being attacked again?
Look, it's the fat one!
The tricks are very light for horses carrying armored men.
How you doing over there, old one?
Not afraid, are you? I can see why.
My, the prissy one is in rare form today.
Let us go out in force and put an end to these pigs once and for all.
Hey, how you doing, incredibly big boobied one? Oh, there's also a gargoyle dog. How the hell does that work? I mean, are there gargoyle cats too? My guess is it's not really a dog, but a normal gargoyle that was just born with special needs. Leave him alone, he just likes to walk like that. So I guess the castle is run by the princess, insert pretty name here.
I took the liberty of asking them to appear and be recognized for their bravery.
We are most seriously displeased to allow beasts in the dining hall.
These are unnatural creatures. No good can come from associating with them.
Except saving our asses on a daily basis. Hi? I mean, I know prejudice gets stronger the further back you go, but why do they hate these guys? They make house security systems look like the traps from Home Alone.
You are as good a soldier as the Philistine giant who fought David.
You do well to remember, Captain, that the biblical Goliath was also a bully and a savage.
To be fair, they only eat 5 school children a week. That's not that bad.
Goliath, we owe you our lives.
As we owe you ours every day.
But all was not meant to be. When the true mythical story continues, drug abuse and 1,000-year-old curses.
For indeed there is trouble about, as Goliath's best human friend leads him away from the castle so he can sabotage the weapons. Goliath finds out too late as the sun rises and freezes our heroes. Do they ever freeze in an embarrassing pose? Like one of them's just standing there taking a whiz and then suddenly, oh shit, the sun, mother! So the bad guys storm the castle, take everybody prisoner, and even destroy all the stone statues of the gargoyles. Yeah, maybe you should have, I don't know, hid yourselves or something! I mean, why display yourselves in the middle of the day in plain vulnerable sight? That's pretty cocky, guys. Do you also make taunting motions before the sun comes up? So Goliath returns and finds all his warriors smashed into cigarette butts. There's only 3 others who survived, as well as that weird gargoyle dog, because they were sealed in a hidden shelter earlier. So the gargoyles take what's left of their clan and do a hunt down for vengeance, while the bad guys talk with the princess and her wizardly Legolas impersonator.
You blackguard! No! My spells!
Now, which one of these fair maidens do you want?
I'll take the albino. She has far more delicate features. But the princess escapes as the gargoyles fly in to whip some Viking-ish ass.
Zool, motherfucker, Zool!
But the wizard guy thinks the princess is dead and the gargoyles are to blame, so he casts a spell on them to turn them into stone permanently. But in actuality, Goliath saves the princess while the villains slip off a cliff to their deaths. You know, for a Disney cartoon, a lot of people sure do get the axe. This is like 5 Simba fathers and 3 Bambi mothers.
I've been denied everything, even my revenge!
And on top of that, I think I have a splinter!
Well, at least nothing else can go wrong. Oh, God!
What sorcery is this?
So the wizard realizes his mistakes and regrets that he can't reverse the spell.
You turned him to stone forever?
The terms of the spell were that they would sleep until the castle rises above the clouds.
Granted, it's a weak loophole, but it holds up nonetheless. So, yeah, it hasn't exactly been the best week for Goliath. Thus, he tells the wizard to cast his spell one last time so that he can at least be reunited with his frozen brothers. Connection? Cut to years later when a millionaire named Xanatos, played by Riker from Star Trek, actually goes to the trouble of raising the castle above the clouds, resulting in probably the most epic yawn of all time.
You are the one called Goliath?
Yes.
But my friends call me Go.
How long has it been?
This may be a shock. 1,000 years have gone by since the spell was cast. The Magus who cursed you wrote the whole story down in there.
I was fascinated by the Magus' story. I wanted to see if it was true.
Why have you done all this?
I'm eccentric.
So Xanatos explains all about this new world they've entered while Detective